Well, one of those things that definitely left an impression on people is obviously the Undertaker elimination, but I adored that moment for a completely different reason than a lot of people do. Like, I would point at, up until recently, the camera work, the last 10 years, it was all cuts, zoom, shakes. And I would always point to Maven eliminating Undertaker as I thought some of the best camera work, production that ever existed. There weren't like cuts to the audience and stuff like that. It was you two telling the story, and we could hear the audience. We could see the audience going crazy in the background. Was there any specific direction that you got for that? Because that's amazing, because all those facial reactions were perfect.
I asked Taker, and I remember like during the day when we were going over it, and I'm terrified, like God, because I knew everything I had done like hinged on this one night. And I remember asking him, you know, do you want me to do something? Do you, after I eliminate you and you're out, do you want me to come and is there anything you need out of me? And he told me, he was like, just react. He's like, just, if you feel something, do it. And he's like, and then when I come back and just react. And so everything you get is 100% just reaction on the fly. And I agree with you about the camera work, because you realize once you get into the business that, you know, every time action takes place, they cut, you know, the shot to another shot. And that's just because it's easier to, if somebody, you know, if you go throw a punch and you miss by, you know, this much, it's easy. It's harder to see, you know, from a different angle. And I don't care what people say, wrestling's a television product now. Yeah, they fill an arena up, but their target, you know, the TV audience, because then they can sell ads and everything. But that instant shot of Taker's face and of that guy holding the handheld and his just look of sheer disdain, like, I'm not kidding. Sean, when he came into the ring, I didn't know if I kicked him too hard, because I thought he was really pissed at me. I'm like, oh shit, you know, what did I do? But it's just him being just one of the Mount Rushmore talents of all time.
And I mean, your facial reactions from the entrance all the way until after you did it, like, I was like, oh my God. The story was told over the course of 2 minutes. And then it's like everything else that happened after that was a sequel. Like him whipping your ass everywhere was like a completely different story at that point. Like,
you know, the only acting that took place was after I went through the popcorn machine and I'm laying on my back. I wanted to get up and just jump for joy, because I knew it was all over and I knew we caught it off.
When you get to the back, like, what's the reaction for that? I mean, I know a lot of stuff's going on there because it's the Royal Rumble, but I mean, everybody had to know that was a home run spot.
Yeah. Yeah. And it was one of those things where, I mean, obviously people are giving the credit to Taker, because, and rightfully so, because without him just having the courage to actually let a rookie, and you know, probably at that point the biggest rookie ever in the business, to do that on him and to say, I'm going to be just fine. If anything, this is going to help the business. You know, all the onus going on him was well deserved. All I did was hit a drop kick, and I hit the one move that I could throw. That's all I did, and the rest of it was just reaction. But I knew I had done something when all my buddies from HWA were calling me. And I mean, this is, 2002. We didn't have the text message that we have now. We didn't have FaceTime. But they're calling me. I remember getting a call from Umaga Eki, and him telling me, just being like, "Yo, brother, that was some good shit, brother. Good shit." Because remember, not only was I at that time still trying to, earn my keep up on a WWE locker room, I still had guys down in HWA, the Jamie Nobles, the Charlie Haasses, the Ekis, the Rosies. I still was trying to get their respect. So knowing that night helped that as well meant the world to me.